Hey everyone, let's learn for loops. So for loops are perfect for iterating over a list, string or range, and it executes block for a fixed number of times. So unlike while loops, in for loops you would always know that how many times it's gonna get iterated. Let's check this out with an example. To write for loop, you'll use keyword for, and then you need to mention a counter. You can give the name whatever you want. It has to be a variable, but it's gonna act like a counter. So let's give it a name as number, but here you can give x, y, z, whatever you want, as I said. And then you need to write in, and then whatever on which you want to iterate. So here I'm giving few numbers, and then let's put a colon to start this block, and I'll just go ahead and write print statement. Let's say number is, and then we'll just print the number. Let's run this now. So now you can see that it has iterated over each and every item of this sequence and it has printed the number accordingly. Let's take another example. This time we'll iterate over a string. So I'll start with for, and then I'll take the counter and name it as letter, and then in, and then let's just give a string. So let's say Python, put a colon to start the block, and let's just print letter. If I save this, it's gonna print each and every letter of this string. So you can see. So here you can see it has iterated over each and every item of the string and it has printed it accordingly. Now let's take another example and see how we can use it with range function of Python. So we'll write it again for, and then let's give a counter and I'll name it as I, then in, and then we can use range function. You can directly give a number for range, and let's start the block and we'll print the I. Let's run this. So it has printed all the numbers from 0 to 4, as in total 5 numbers. Let's try some other variations of range function. So let's say if I give something like this, for I in, then I'll give a range and I'll give a starting number and the end. So 1 and 6. So basically it's gonna print from 1 to 5. Let's start the block and we'll print I. Let's run this. So it has printed from 1 to 5. And let's say if you want to step by, let's say 2 or 3, you can mention that as well. So let's increase the range. I'll mention it as 15, and then let's step by 2 and run this. So now you can see it has printed 1, but then it will step by 2 and then it has printed 3 and so on. Now let's check nested for loops and we'll go ahead and do a very simple example of printing a table. So basically you can use nested for loops to print any sort of patterns, tables, or any grid based logic. So let's just go ahead and try a table example. So I'll write my first for loop. So for I in, and let's use range function. Let's start from 1 and end at 4. Start this block. Let's write the second for loop. So for j in range, and I'll give the same range. And let's just print I into j. Let's just go ahead and run this. So let me actually make it 11, and I'll do the same here as well. And I'll format the output a little bit so that you can see all the tables from 1 to 10. Let's save and run this now. So the first loop is going to start with 1, and then it will execute this loop, and in this loop it is going to start from 1 and it will go till 10 and it will keep on multiplying. So we are multiplying I with j. So I in the first iteration is 1, but then j will get completed and then only it will exit, and then I will start the second iteration. So you can see here it 1 multiplied by 1, then 1 multiplied by 2, then 1 multiplied by 3, and then once it is over, it has reached its limit. Then in the second iteration I is 2, and then the j will go on again from 1 till 10, and then again it will run for 3 and so on till 10. Now let's check break and continue. So let's write another for loop. So for I in range, and let's just give a range as 5, and here we'll put a condition, because let's say if we want to print numbers from 1 to 4 for example, but we want to skip 2 or let's say 3. If we want to skip any of the numbers and we want to exit the loop, then we can do that using the break statement. So here we have to mention the condition. So if I is equals to let's say 3, then we'll exit the loop, and then let's just print I. Let me save this and let's just run this. So you can see it has stopped at 2. The moment it encountered 3, it made an exit. But let's say if you only want to skip the number, you don't want to actually exit the loop, you only want to skip that particular number, according to whatever condition you have mentioned, you can rather use continue. So if I do continue, it is going to skip 3, but then it will continue printing the other numbers. So here it has skipped 3, but then it has continued. So here's an exercise for you. Use a for loop to print all even numbers from 1 to 20, and you can use range function. And that's the for loop. In the next video, we'll talk about working with list and how loops really help over there. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you are coding along.